Hey everyone, how's it going? This is Nanice El-Gammal and this is your Astro Tarot reading for Monday, August the 3rd of 2020, which is the full moon in Aquarius. So, this is for 5:58 p.m. Cairo Egypt time, so please adjust that to your own time zone. Overall, I feel that this is going to be a less heavy full moon. We've just come out of eclipse season, which was really intense. And this is like a lunation where the sun and the moon are both not in an aspect to the planets in Capricorn, which is kind of creating part of what's creating this heavy wintry atmosphere at the moment. So I take that as a positive. And also the sun is dignified in the sign of Leo, so that's also adding some brightness to the situation. But there still is a Saturnine quality to this full moon, because Aquarius is traditionally ruled by the planet Saturn. So it's going to be a Saturn flavor, but like kind of a little bit lighter than what we've been experiencing the past few weeks. I feel like this is like the next, from this full moon till the next new moon around this time, it's going to be a somewhat more of a pleasant interlude, hopefully, for most of us. I feel that way, but it doesn't come without its shocks or surprises. So it depends on whether that surprise or shock was like something that you enjoy or not. Because the first thing that I noticed about this full moon is not only is it in a Saturn ruled sign, but it's also square the planet Uranus, which is a planet that disrupts the status quo, and that can bring sudden like electricity and surprises and unpredictability, lightning. These are things that Uranus can signify. Uranus is also known as like the sky god as well, and maybe there's going to be themes of that, maybe themes about space, because also Aquarius is a technological sign. It's like space exploration or some kind of fruition of these topics. There can also be flashes of insight and inspiration due to the Sun square Uranus, which happens shortly before the full moon happens. So you can be feeling inspired during the time of this full moon. It's also a great time to be active and to work out. You may get good results from it. So if it's like you want to start a new nutrition program, or you want to get into fighting shape, or you want to build some muscles, or get more endurance in your cardio, or whatever goal it is that you have regarding fitness, it can be a good time to work on long-term plans with patience and endurance and discipline. You could do well in the gym right now. Or other stuff that requires some patience and endurance. What else do I see? Saturn can be structure and authority, death, hard work. It can be the disciplinarian, the authority. It can also be boundaries and marginalized, or people who marginalize others. It can be the loner, it can be darkness. But Saturn was like the outermost planet, the furthest away from the Earth in the traditional 7 planets. So, and it was considered to be the planet that's closer to the realm of the fixed stars, so to the realm of the constellations, which is a transcendental level of existence. And so it can be, Saturn can also be a deeply mystical planet as well. So it's going to have this kind of Saturn flavor, but in a kind of very progressive, rebellious, surprising, and revolutionary kind of so that flavor with this flavor. So there's a real rebellious quality to this full moon as well, because there is a square from Uranus, and the sign Aquarius as well, from a traditional perspective, Saturn can be the outsider, and Saturn can be the rebel as well. In traditional mythology, Saturn rebelled against his father, Uranus. I believe he cut off his father's genitals and threw it into the ocean, and then the foam from the sea turned into Venus. So it's like a weird story, but like, so Saturn was a rebellious person, and it's squaring Uranus, traditionally his father, during the time of this full moon. And this tells me that there's going to be some surprises, some revolutionary element to this time. There's it can be for good or for bad. It can also be maybe a kind of technological or communicative sort of rebellion, or like a humanitarian cause. These things can be highlighted during this time. Aquarius is an air sign. It's a communicative sign, and also I believe the natal chart of the internet. So when the internet first came to be, Saturn was in Aquarius. So it could have to do with technology and space, with the Uranus element to it. I also see the possibility that with Uranus being in an earth sign and making the square to the moon, there could be some weird weather phenomena or earthquakes. Hopefully nothing major, but this is it's a possibility. I also see that during this time, Mercury is opposing Saturn, and this indicates a kind of confrontation. Mercury can signify travel, trade, commerce, the mind, the coming and goings of things, like logistics, and with the opposition to Saturn, it doesn't really. I don't think that things will go very smoothly in these things, or we're going to encounter a kind of no surrounding mercurial things that I just mentioned, because like Saturn can already signify no. If there's a planet that represents the concept of no, that would be Saturn. And an opposition itself can also be like a no. So it's like, I really get this sense that our minds, or our minds will be confronted with limitations, perhaps through your own emotional needs or family needs for security, versus the corruption of governments, the corruption of corporations, or the hierarchies of society. This theme is going to be highlighted during the time of this full moon as well. Another thing that I noticed during this full moon is that Venus is conjunct the North Node. And the North Node is traditionally known as Rahu, and it is a symbol of a dragon's head. And it comes from a mythological story where there was this naughty serpent that wanted to steal the elixir of immortality from the gods, and try to drink some of it. But before it got into its mouth, one of the gods chopped this dragon's head off. So so this mythology explains the quality of the North Node as a part of the sky that represents our desires, or or some kind of thirst that we have that is unquenchable. That's like we want more of, and this is represented through that story. So the North Node is conjunct Venus during the time of this full moon. And Venus can represent all the kind of pleasant things that we enjoy in life, like friendship, love, romance. It can be money, it can be beautiful things, art. Beauty itself can be represented by Venus. So with these two things combined, Venus and the North Node, I feel like people can want to kind of overdo it a little bit, maybe with spending, or it can be overindulging, consuming too much sugar or alcohol or drugs or something that they enjoy or they find pleasant. Watch out for that, because overindulging in anything usually comes with a price. So keep that in mind during this full moon, because emotions are already heightened during the time of a full moon, and if you add this kind of toxic behavior to the mix, it can throw you off balance. So that's all I have for the astrology portion of this reading. I'm gonna mix the deck, and this is the part of the report where I'm gonna pick a card for the collective during the time of this full moon in Aquarius. I got the Sun card. That's a really a beautiful card to get for this full moon. That makes me smile. I'm happy about it because out of all the cards of the deck, the Sun card is a symbol of the highest energy. It's life energy. It's love. It's light, it's completion. You can see all the signs of the zodiac and the twins rejoicing in the daylight, enjoying the summertime and their togetherness, and a friendship and love and unity. And the rainbow colors, the top of the hill. It's a beautiful card. So as I said in the beginning of the reading, I believe overall this is going to be a pleasant full moon. And if you can, go out and enjoy the sunlight. This is kind of like a moment to savor before what's to come in the upcoming months. They're not going to be exactly light. So soak up the sunlight, soak up the light, the sunshine while you can. I also got interference, 8 of Swords. And this tells me that the destructive forces, they will interfere with your plans, with your ideas. And that's a part of life. That's something that's always been there. Maybe we feel that a little bit more nowadays when things are so uncertain. But right now, what's important is that the sun is shining, and that each day that we go out there and we see the sun rise, it is a divine gift. And no matter where we're at in life, and to acknowledge that and to be grateful for that, because there could be an interference coming at any moment, and to live each moment in the present. So that's all I have for you guys for this full moon. Please let me know how it went for you. Please write in the comments section and share your experiences with me, what's been going on in your life recently. If you want a personal reading with me, please email me. And if you find value in these videos, please consider donating to my channel. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful, sunny, happy Aquarius full moon, and I'll be speaking to you guys soon. Bye.